This evening, Hijacked International Airport recorded an increase in passengers' arrivals and cargo movement for January. Police constable on $1.6 million bail for shooting death of a police corporal and a fisherman at Mahaicony. Car jacked amid armed robbery recovered in Albouystown in the region. Deadly landslide strikes southern Peru amid heavy rainfalls, and internationally, Turkey and Syria quakes. Frantic search for survivors as death toll mounts. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. Up first, a man working on a multi-storied building in Georgetown suffered severe burns earlier today after he came into contact with the Guyana Power and Light Network. The man reportedly came into contact with the network via a metal pole, causing a shutdown of power in parts of Georgetown and the west bank and west coast of the Demerara. The Guyana Police Force noted that the man was working at the top of the building when he came into contact with a high-voltage electrical wire. He was rushed to the hospital with extensive burns but is reportedly alive. The Guyana Power and Light issued a statement regarding the incident, reminding contractors to observe necessary safety precautions to avoid injury and unnecessary service disruptions. Also making the headlines, the Hijacked International Airport Corporation has recorded a 32% increase in passenger arrivals for January 2023 compared to the previous year. During January, the airport processed close to 7,000 more arriving passengers compared to 2022. The country's main port of entry continues to experience significant increases in passengers' arrivals since the Cricket Carnival in September 2022. Meanwhile, there was a 45% increase in cargo processed during January 2023 compared to 2022. The 738 tons of cargo processed in January 2023 comprised mostly agricultural products, perishable goods, industrial supplies, and personal effects. Minister of Public Works Bishop Juan Edgehill noted that Guyana is well on its way to achieving 1 million arrivals by 2025. In anticipation of continued growth, the government is looking to expand and further increase the capacity at the Hijacked International Airport. Vice President Barra Jagdeo recently announced government's plan to modernize and strengthen security measures at airports by introducing a new electronic passport system. On a different note, a police constable has been charged with 2 counts of manslaughter in connection with the shooting deaths of a fellow police officer and a fisherman in Mahaicony, East Coast Demerara. The constable, identified as Shane James, appeared before Magistrate Melissa Methoholzer at the Mahaicony Magistrates Court on January 25, 2023. He was placed on $800,000 cash bail on each charge. The court heard that on January 1, 2023, at Huntley, Mahaicony, East Coast Demerara, 3 officers responded to a report of a stabbing incident. Upon arrival, the officers encountered Kishan Budborg. During the arrest, a scuffle ensued, which ended when both Budborg and the police corporal Dwayne McPherson were shot and later died from their wounds. The case has been adjourned to February 8, 2023. Don't go away after the break. Construction of 100 eco-friendly homes underway in Great Diamond, and car hijacked amid armed robbery recovered in Albouystown.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Give Give your home or office some shine. Fortune Investment Company. We provide reliable commercial and residential professional cleaning services in Guyana. We clean homes and commercial offices. Other services offered are floor care and tile polishing, interior auto detailing services, power washing, weeding and cleaning, and carpet, couch, and mattress cleaning. We are committed to keeping your homes and offices squeaky clean. Call us now at 592-689-7558 or 592-639-6365 or visit us at 3430 Jackson North Rumville, Georgetown, Guyana. Fortune Investment Company. When we say clean, we mean spotless.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road, Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brickdam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Sooner or later you will have another power failure. Are you prepared for the next blackout? Some essential equipment such as security cameras, lights, internet, gate motors, and water pumps may stop working. How can you prevent the next blackout? InverterTech has an affordable solution for you. A strong UPS system which uses the latest inverter and solar battery technology to prevent blackout. We smartly calculate your average power demand so you don't spend more than you need to. Call 223-2233 for more information.
Welcome back. Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowell recently visited the construction site of 100 modern low and moderate income homes being built in Great Diamond, East Bank Demerara. 50 low-income units are being constructed by the Surinamese company Visionary Builders and Services Incorporated. Each unit measures 600 square feet and includes 2 bedrooms, a washroom, and a living room with an estimated cost of $5.5 million. The first 26 units are expected to be completed by the end of February. Similarly, 50 moderate income homes are being constructed using blocks made of recycled plastic by South Atlantic. Each unit measures 600 square feet and is priced at $5.9 million and slated for completion in early April. Minister Crowell said the government has already pre-qualified a pool of persons for the low-income housing units and the homes will be made available immediately upon completion. He explained that the use of recycled plastic in the construction of the homes satisfies these criteria and makes homes different from the traditional low-income units. Today, the government has built 1,500 homes with 827 units already handed over to recipients and the rest at different stages of completion. Also in the news, police in Regional Division 4A made a breakthrough in combating crime, recovering a car that was stolen in a dramatic armed robbery in Georgetown. The stolen vehicle was found in Albouystown thanks to the quick work of the police who tracked down the car. The incident occurred on February 6, 2023 when 3 men hijacked a silver grey Allion car valued at $1.8 million and belonged to Wilfred Abrahams of Sophia. The car was being used as a private hire vehicle by Stephen Clark, a 33-year-old resident of Diamond, East Bank Demerara. Clark reported that the 3 men entered the car after dropping off a passenger and threatened him with a knife before making off with the vehicle. However, the police acted swiftly and recovered the car in a yard belonging to Zizika Yaris, a 43-year-old waitress, and Roscoe Carter, a 43-year-old security guard, both of Cooper Street, Albouystown. When questioned, Yaris claimed that her father, Dennis Yaris, who lives in Beefield, Sophia, had brought the car and asked her to keep it for him. He also left the key with her. Carter, meanwhile, denied having any knowledge about the vehicle. Both Yaris and Carter were arrested and taken to the Breakdown police station. The police are continuing their investigation into the incident, and the car has been lodged as evidence. In other development, a 27-year-old man, Kevin Joseph, was arrested in Bartica after being caught with 99 grams of suspected cannabis on Monday, February 6, 2023. The arrest was made during an intel-led operation led by an assistant superintendent of police at a shop on 4th Avenue, Bartica. According to the police report, the man was observed coming out of a bushy area near the shop and was promptly apprehended. The police searched and found a bulky black plastic bag in the bushy area. Upon examination, it contained several transparent plastic bags and seeds, leaves and stems suspected of being cannabis. Joseph was escorted to the Bartica police station where the suspected narcotics was weighed. The suspect admitted ownership of the cannabis and is now in police custody as investigations continues. Don't go away after the break. Chinese tourists can now travel up to 20 countries, and deadly landslide strikes southern Peru amid heavy rainfalls.
Sooner or later you will have another power failure. Are you prepared for the next blackout? Some essential equipment such as security cameras, lights, internet, gate motors, and water pumps may stop working. How can you prevent the next blackout? InverterTech has an affordable solution for you. A strong UPS system which uses the latest inverter and solar battery technology to prevent blackout. We smartly calculate your average power demand so you don't spend more than you need to. Call 223-2233 for more information.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brickdam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lenders, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Give your home or office some shine. Fortune Investment Company. We provide reliable commercial and residential professional cleaning services in Guyana. We clean homes and commercial offices. Other services offered are floor care and tile polishing, interior auto detailing services, power washing, weeding and cleaning, and carpet, couch, and mattress cleaning. We are committed to keeping your homes and offices squeaky clean. Call us now at 592-689-7558 or 592-639-6365 or visit us at 3430 Jackson North Rumville, Georgetown, Guyana. Fortune Investment Company. When we say clean, we mean spotless.
Hey, this is your fancy vehicle and it's your house?
Yes, this is my vehicle and actually I'm waiting on my land. I'm actually renting this house for $50,000.
$50,000? You head boy? You crazy? You mad? You head no good? Why you look, let me show you the light. Come with me.
Come on down to Fabulous Homes today. Pay $50,000 every month for 36 months or until you reach 50% of your house costs. Move in after 75% of the cost has been paid.
This is wonderful. Let's go. Sign me up.
Alright, let me go and dash away your landlord.
To explore our home ownership program, check our Facebook page for more information or come down to our office at Avalon Friendship.
Hey, Chinese, thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
You got through?
Yes.
Call us at 227-1380 or 615-8740. Fabulous Homes International Realty, changing tenants into homeowners.
At Fabulous Homes, we bring your dreams to life.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. Landslides in southern Peru have left at least 50 people dead, 20 injured, and 2 missing, authorities said, warning that the toll from the disaster could rise. Al Jazeera's Mahaicony Sharif reports.
Otro, cuidado! Ay, Dios mío!
A lifetime's belongings gone in seconds. This landslide in Peru's southern Arequipa region swept away everything in its path. Villagers who moved uphill could only watch as hundreds of their homes were washed away.
There are over 1,000 affected families. We can say that the houses of 90% of affected families were completely destroyed.
Some people were unable to escape. Some bodies have been retrieved from the debris. Many are believed to be minors. 4 villages were the hardest hit. They are in an area called Nicholas Valcarcel, where it's rained continuously for several days.
There are no houses. This is a complete disaster. We've got corpses scattered everywhere. They're dead.
Many people are still missing. Officials in the city of Arequipa are asking the national government to declare a state of emergency. The army has been deployed to help. Southern regions like Arequipa were a starting point for major protests after the arrest and dismissal in December of then President Pedro Castillo. As well as a political crisis and a slowing economy, Peru now faces a natural disaster. Mahaicony Sharif, Al Jazeera.
Internationally, China has partially lifted a 3-year ban on tour groups traveling abroad, but destinations are limited to 20 countries. Al Jazeera's Florence Lord has more.
This is one of the first tour groups to leave China, moments after a ban on group travel was partially lifted on Monday. The tourist's flight left the southern Chinese city of Guangzhou at 15 minutes past midnight.
I signed up as soon as I got the news of overseas tour resumption. I travel with my wife and my daughter.
Last month, the government allowed Chinese travel agencies to provide outbound group tours to 20 countries as part of a pilot program. Countries in Southeast Asia were some of the most highly searched destinations by Chinese nationals. Before the pandemic, Thailand welcomed 11 million visitors from China. It's expecting 5 million this year and expects them to spend nearly $30 billion.
We are very happy, and I'm sure that the coming back of Chinese would be boost up the Thai economy significantly, because as you know that the revenue from the Thai tourism industry is share about very close to 20% of the GDP. So I think it's been proved that the coming back of China, or China is back, is the key of success of the Thai tourism this year.
In Bali, Indonesia, officials are hoping 2/3 of the 1.2 million Chinese visitors who came to the island before the pandemic will return this year. The tourism ministry is planning to boost its marketing of Bali as a paradise destination. And businesses are hoping for better times ahead.
The impact is very significant because in our shop, 80% of the customers are Chinese, so this is big for us, especially after we closed down our shop for about 3 years.
On Monday, China also allowed cross-border travel to fully resume between the mainland and the special administrative regions of Hong Kong and Macau, changes that many hope will lead to the tourism industry in the region thriving once again. Florence Louis, Al Jazeera.
And finally, rescuers are racing to rescue survivors from the rubble of the thousands of buildings brought down by the magnitude 7.8 earthquake and multiple aftershocks that struck eastern Turkey and neighboring Syria. Al Jazeera's Mohammed Fall reports.
This is what's left of one of Turkey's most historic cities, Hatay. It's largely in ruins following two powerful earthquakes and hundreds of tremors on Monday. More than 1,200 buildings have been destroyed in the province. People spent the night sifting through rubble, looking for signs of life.
We heard them. They're calling out, asking for help. They asked to be rescued. We cannot rescue them. How can we rescue them? Nobody has come since this morning. Nobody. We have nobody. Look around. Look.
We heard voices. Our children are in there. What can we do? The building is already partially collapsed. This is human life. What can you do when you hear calls for help? There are no emergency workers, no soldiers, nobody. This is a neglected place.
Listening for any sign of survivors. These rescue teams in Gaziantep call for complete silence. Moments later, they resume digging. Similar operations are being carried out in Malatya, Diyarbakir, Adana, and several other locations across Turkey. But the scale of destruction is a challenge for rescue teams. Several airports were put out of service by the quakes, along with some hospitals. Those still operating are overcrowded. The death toll is rising, and thousands of people are injured or homeless. In neighboring Syria, a similar situation.
We are talking about a population that has been struggling to get access to all the basic services. All the supply lines are going through Turkey. And given the situation just across the border, these supply lines are extremely weak today and they were yesterday. So we are trying to find suppliers who could manage to find ways to get food and equipment across the border. The main one for humanitarian aid was closed, Bab el-Hawa, and we are hoping that this will reopen very soon.
As in Turkey, rescuers in Syria are still extracting survivors from under collapsed buildings, cheering any lucky find, such as this young boy in the town of Jandaris. Both Damascus and Ankara say they need international help, and urgently. Mohammed Val, Al Jazeera.
This brings us to the end of our regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 3-day weather forecast. concludes today's Headline News Update. Tune in tomorrow, Wednesday at 7 p.m. with our next broadcast. For more news and updates, you can visit our Facebook and YouTube pages. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.